Shalom, shalom, beloved. Today is the 6th day of the week, and I'm going to read to you John 20, chapter 20. I can ask you, I know it feels very awkward because I'm not seeking any esteem, any praise, anything from anyone. So I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel, even it's not the thing I care about, because I not do that for my esteem and for my glory, like for my thing. It's not my desire. But I am asking you, if you feel that it's good to you hear the word, and I'm not annoying you, subscribe to it. You don't have to even, have the ringing alarm when the thing comes up, but subscribe to. Maybe one day I will be able to um, speak straight away when the word been, when I receive the word from Yahuwah, like I believe I do, that I will be able to do it live and speak straight away when the word comes, instead of the recording. And I only can record one video at a time, and then because of my space on my phone, and they won't let me to do live on a YouTube. Um, at least I have 1,000 subscribers or more. I don't know what the limit is, but please subscribe. Maybe one day, before Yahusha returns, I have a chance, before this all goes down. And it's all I just asking. It's not something I really, I don't care about the money, the income, because I trust in Yahuwah. I know that at the moment He nourishes me, so I'm not here to earn any money or anything. Like I say, it's not for my desire. Okay, I got a voice. I lost it. Basically, at the moment. So Yahuwah let me know that's the time of finishing the begging. I wanna greet Yahuwah. Thank you, Father Yahuwah, for everything. I'm sorry I'm a sinner. And if not you using me for your goodness, for your purpose, I will be useless. And I will have no reason to be here, because I don't like to be here. In fact, only you hold me here. Only you give me the purpose to keep going. You're the light. You're the light in darkness. You give us light, so we won't stumble. So ask you, beloved, if you can. Now I will read, and we ask Yahuwah if He can show us the truth and guide us through the truth. I'm reading through the Ruach HaKodesh. I'm reading chapter 20, John 20, Yuhanan 20. And on day 1 of the week, Miriam from Magdala came early to the tomb while it was still dark, and saw that the stone had been removed from the tomb. So she ran and came to Shimon Kepha and to the other third one, whom Yahusha loved, and said to them, "They have taken Adoni out of the tomb, and we do not know where they laid him." Then Kepha and the other third one went out, and they were going to the tomb. And the two were running together, but the other third one outran Kepha and came to the tomb first. And stooping down, he saw the linen wrappings lying, but he did not go in. Therefore Shimon Kepha came, following him, and went into the tomb. And he saw the linen wrappings lying, and the cloth which had been on his head, not lying with the linen wrappings, but folded up in a place by itself. So then the other third one, who came to the tomb first, also went in, and he saw and believed. For they did not yet know the scripture, that he has to rise again from the dead. Therefore the taught ones went away again by themselves. But Miriam was standing outside by the tomb weeping. Then, as she wept, she stooped down to the tomb, and saw two messengers in white sitting, one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Yahusha had been laid. And they said to her, Woman, why do you weep? She said to them, Because they took away my Adoni, and I do not know where they laid him. And having said this, she turned around and saw Yahusha standing, but she did not know that it was Yahusha. Yahusha said to her, Woman, why do you weep? Whom do you seek? Thinking he was the gardener, she said to him, Adoni, if you have carried him away, say to me where you put him, and I should take him away. Yahusha said to her, Miriam. She turned and said to him, Rabboni, which means teacher. Yahusha said to her, Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, and to my Elohim and your Elohim. Miriam from Magdala came announcing to the taught ones that she had seen Adoni, and that he had told her this. When therefore it was evening on that day, day 1 of the week, and when the doors were shut where the taught ones met, for fear of the Yahudim, Yahusha came and stood in the midst, and said to them, Peace to you. And having said this, he showed them his hands and his side. The taught ones therefore rejoiced when they saw Adoni. Then Yahusha said to them again, Peace to you. As the Father has sent me, I also send you. And having said this, he breathed on them and said to them, Receive the Ruach of truth and life, the set apart Ruach, beloved. If you forgive the sins of any, they are forgiven them. If you retain the sins of any, they have been retained. But Thomas, called the twin, one of the 12, was not with them when Yahusha came. So the other taught ones said to him, We have seen Adoni. But he said to them, Unless I see in his hands the mark of the nails, and put my finger into imprint of the nails, and put my hand into his side, I shall by no means believe. And after 8 days, his taught ones were again inside, and Thomas with them. Yahusha came, the doors having been shut, and he stood in the midst and said, Peace to you. Then he said to Thomas, Bring your finger here, and see my hands, and bring your hand and put into my side. And do not be unbelieving, but believing. And Thomas answered and said to him, My Adoni and my Elohim. Yahusha said to him, Thomas, because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and have believed. Therefore, there were indeed many other signs that Yahusha did in the presence of his taught ones, which are not written in this book. But these have been written so that you believe that Yahusha is the Messiah, the Son of Elohim, and that, believing, you may possess life in his name. I had a little bit break. My voice It is breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Blessed are those. Blessed are those who haven't seen it, but they believe without seeing it. Yeah, this is probably we're talking about the times where we are now, believing without seeing it. So many climb among believers that they saw the visions, dreams, that they saw Yahusha, that they had amazing encounter, like you know, some bizarre stuff going. I very actually, I know everyone's different, and it could be true, but I believe there is, because we received the Ruach, most of the things are happening in different meta. It's not visual, it's more spiritual, like it's not really for us to see. I believe there are visions, there could be visions, but not really on the name of JC. And I found out, I heard that as well, that people who actually found the true name and they forgot, they're not speaking the pagan names anymore, the visions and all those supernatural experience actually stopped. It all basically happened most of the time in the pagan name. I tell you honestly, I never been any doctrine. My mom is Catholic, my family was Catholic, but I never was participating in any practices. I wasn't attached to the church. I wasn't attached to names. So I basically, after 1-2 months, first I just called Yahuwah Father. And then after a couple of months or so, I already been given the true names. And I just accept them straight away, and I receive them from above. And I accept them like that, because I never been attached to the pagan things, traditions, any doctrines. I had no idea about the Trinity doctrine, about all those things. I wasn't never part of the church. So I received and I heard Yahusha speaking the same as Paul heard. That's why I can see that, and I know that he's true. I understand his writings. I truly understand what he's talking about. This mind is completely, will turn your life upside down. If you really heard the voice, it's not your what you're saying or you think it is. If you hear the true voice, it will crush you. You won't stumble then like other people do. Believe me, you will be so your mind will be, it's just like it's mind-blowing. You won't be able to grasp those things. You won't be the same anymore. So basically, when I heard Yahusha, he said, I'm taking all things away from you. You are free from addictions. And I thank him. I was like stunned. I didn't know where I am. And from that time, I'm just different person. It's like born again, truly born, new creation. I don't feel like, I tell you, I rather, to me, alcohol, drinking, party people. I'm not interested in any of the worldly activities. It's just I have no interest in those things. So if someone asks me how old I am, I'm just saying I'm 4.5. Not close, maybe a little bit more than 4.5 now. Because I was dead, now I live. I was blind, now I see. You know the same after that encounter. If you hear the voice of your deliverance. And if the Ruach will live in you, base in you, you're like crushed, you've been shaken. You're honestly, you feel it. It's not something light. The immersion in the Ruach HaKodesh, it's not something like you, I don't know, it did put me to the ground. I was on the ground, shaking and all covered in tears. I could not actually, I lost the connection with this reality for a moment. So it's not something like maybe you have the Ruach. And then from the moment the Ruach was in me, I did not think like I used to. It's just like, yeah, it's strange. It's so different. So believing this is what I mean. And but yet I did not deserve anything of this. So I did not deserve the Ruach that lives in me, that I've been immersed, and I don't deserve, I think, all the blessings I received. The biggest blessing, that's what I care, is having Him, Yahusha, in my heart, and His love. That's the blessing I only care about. The rest is just, has there is no like importance in anything else. And I would not sin. Why? Because I just don't feel like it. I'm a sinner. The base, the body, myself, is a sinful body. I'm a sinner still. But the living Ruach of truth and life, Yahusha, the living Torah lives in me. He does the work using me as a vessel. The vessel itself, I never done anything good. All things which are good are coming from Yahuwah, not from man. So you just don't think the same way. And discernment is very quick with it. And people which have really truly have the Ruach HaKodesh, they won't show themselves. They feel very awkward in front of cameras, I can tell you. They don't like it because it's a flesh. We concentrate on the Ruach of the Word. The Word has to go through without any fleshly corruption. Like I say, if I speak the Word and the Word is given to me, I just want the Word to come forth, not my face, my physical appearance. And it's boring. It can be boring for you. It probably is. It's pretty boring. That's okay. You know what? I'm not here to please you. I'm serving you if you want it or not. Yahuwah told me to. I do what He tells me to do. I speak what He wants me to speak because He, like I believe, is using me as a vessel. I live for Him. I told you many times. So believe, but you don't need to see visions, man. I don't know. I can't explain to you. Blessed are those who didn't see but believe. And that's what it's now, because the Ruach, you can't see it. It goes where the wind comes from, and where it's going, nobody knows. Yahuwah bless, I love you. Have a beautiful Shabbat. Tomorrow is Shabbat. For me, I'm starting from sunrise, because the day to me, that's how I do, starts from sunrise. Yahuwah bless. I don't judge anyone about that matter anyway. Yahuwah bless.